You guys can see me.
I'm gonna mute Discord for a second so I can listen to the stream and get the sounds right.
Okay. Dope! I'm gonna play through Cross the Volcano. Recommended level is level 17. And I'm gonna not use Hestu or Ravioli. I never level up Hestu, but I feel like Hestu is like specifically really good. He is not a hero. He is not a hero. So, nobody loves Hestu. Like, nobody goes, oh my god, you know who I want to play with?
Yeah,
Fucking
and
Hestu.
back me up here.
What?
We what?
We loved Hestu before Age of Calamity.
That's correct. We tolerated
I think
the
Hestu's
Crocs.
funny, but like, never really been my fave. Those kind of characters are usually a little cringe for me. I don't have anything against anyone who likes Hestu. It's just not my favorite character.
That's fair. Sacro! Hi, darling. How are you?
Chat.
Hey, Sacro.
Sacro, we got Mark and Zubat on the phone. Say hey.
Hello. I will be a little quiet today because I am working on some art stuff while I'm hanging, but I will be here to quip as necessary.
Husband. Be here to husband.
Zubat is our quip pro quo.
Oh my god.
Gross.
No.
That was terrible. Nobody liked that. No one.
The little Fallout meme. No one liked that.
Yeah.
Maggie, don't lay on that keyboard. We will seriously fight. Yep. You can come on over here.
But what if I laid on the keyboard?
Okay, but is your name Maggie? No, it is not.
Cats and keyboards are great because they're like, I don't know what this is, but I know you like this. You spend a lot of time here. You give it a lot of attention. So I'm gonna fuck with it.
Okay. You know what I fucking
How do
hate?
you feel about idle games?
I don't want to, but I like them. There are certain ones that are really charming. It's kind of dumb.
I love idle games.
I was thinking of clickers, which clickers like kind of are idle games sometimes.
Oh yeah, I guess I should say clickers because those are the kind of games that I like more than just straight idle games.
Really?
Yeah, it's a good blend because like when you're active, you have something to do and like fidget with if you want to click, but like it's more about managing your production of shit for idling.
Yeah, I've been playing Cookie Clicker since like 2013.
Oh my god. I haven't really played Cookie Clicker. I've only played like free ones so far, I think.
Now, when I say playing since 2013, I will say there's been a lot of gaps where I'll just like put it down, forget about it, and not play it. But like, I used to play it on the browser because that was the only way you could play it for a long time. And then, I don't remember when, but I was like, I was playing this game called Realm Grinder that was like a clicker game that was like a fantasy-based game. And I like that game, it's fun. But I just started getting a little bored of it, but I wanted to play Cookie Clicker again.
Yeah.
And like, basically the second I looked up Cookie Clicker, it was like, Cookie Clicker coming to Steam. I was like, oh, no way. So I downloaded it and bought it. It was only like $5, but it's like, you've given me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of entertainment. I can give you $5 for like giving me something to waste time on.
Yeah, exactly. That's cool. So you knew about Cookie Clicker way back in the day.
Yeah, I never played the first one because there was a first one that came out and then they redid it to the version that it looks like now, but yeah, I've played it off and on for a long time. It's stupid that it's been almost 10 years since this game came out.
That's stupid. Now, when you say, just so everybody who's watching knows what we're talking about, when you say clicker games, what do you mean?
So basically, there are games that give you an object. In Cookie Clicker's case, it's a cookie, and you click on the cookie, and you get a cookie, and you use that cookie to buy what are called buildings, which like the first one is like a mouse pointer that automatically clicks the cookie for you, and then you start getting more cookies. And then you can buy a grandma to bake you cookies. And then it just kind of like goes from there. But the goal is to just amass like an ungodly amount of something. Like in this, it's cookies. In other games, like I played one for my phone called, is it called Egg Inc?
Oh my god, I was going to talk about Egg Inc. Beja, I think I got you to play Egg Inc. a couple years ago on the phone.
I don't remember
Do you
that.
remember this?
Nope.
It's the game with the chickens that you like.
I either got you to play it or I at least showed you one because I had a solid game of Egg Inc. for like 2 months.
Yeah, I played it for like 3 weeks really hard and then I stopped.
Yeah. That was my first real foray into them because I didn't really give many of them a try, but that one was so highly rated I tried it and I loved it. I've played like 1 or 2 since, but that was like the one I got really into. Just building up the whole farm and the sheer number of chickens, like seeing the visual of like hundreds and thousands of chickens on the screen was really cool.
Yeah, like I'm sitting at 16.7 billion cookies right now, which is like a very small amount of cookies in the grand scheme of things.
Oh my God.
Like it gets up to like numbers that I can't even pronounce.
What?
I'll be right back.
Gets up to numbers you can't pronounce?
Genuinely, yeah.
Holy shit.
Like, here, actually, I'm curious. If I pull up Realm Grinder, I'll be able to give you a better idea of the ridiculous numbers that show up.
Are you watching TV tonight, Maggie? Like, watching it? I think she's watching the TV tonight. Sacro! How goes things? How's Aluna? How's the fam? How's Brit? I really want to, like... It's that time of the year where I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I need to get back into Smash. And I want to pick a new character. And I want to, like, dedicate 70 hours of my life to a new character and getting good. But then every time I pick up the GameCube controller, I'm just like, I need to be a productive human at some point. Like, fuck. Not to say you can't do both, because you can. But, like, I can't as a person. Mom! Hey, Ma.
Hi, Mom.
IVTC Link's outfit right now. So good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's the only way to travel. Should know me. Oh, no. Oh my goodness, there's so many good people here.
Yeah?
Yeah. We got Sacro and Cyber Shinobi and Gigi.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for coffee. Look, if y'all see me later, just like throwing things.
Hey everybody.
It's because the paper straw has melted because I forgot about it. Mind your business. Munch is growing like weed, huh? Cyber Shinobi did an entrance for GGB. That's adorable.
Hey Gigi. Hey, Cyber Shinobi?
How do you...
Sacrosanct?
Are you stuck on something, Abby?
No, I was trying to find how to pronounce these fucking numbers.
Oh.
Like, it's genuinely, it's that ridiculous.
I forgot you were
It's
still
so-
doing that. Is my microphone too loud? I feel like it is.
Trevigentillion. That's 74 digits.
My God.
What?
Like that's the kind of shit that you get into. It's abbreviated, obviously, but
Nah, man. I'm out.
that's part of the fun. Is the ridiculous numbers.
So
I guess
like,
that's
should
true.
you make it a Google cookies?
How many digits is that again?
100 zeros.
Now I'm curious. I wonder if there's an achievement for that in that game.
It's 100 zeros.
Yeah. Where they got their name from, because that's how many results that will have.
Yeah, and then now that's how many ads you get before you can find the actual results.
You know they want the autograph.
Got him. Zubat with the spicy takes on Google.
Okay, look, how is it that we have 3 cats and a dog, and there is a fly in my house right now? That's literally like right here. Y'all need to do better.
You're catching bugs.
They need to pay some rent. Like, what are they doing?
Randy didn't like playing
Ah!
Hestia?
No, I did not like playing Hestia. That's correct. Oh, Mom said, "Is a billion there? Is bazillion there?" I love bazillion. Bazillion is a fun word to say.
Honestly, they should have made bazillion one of the really, really high numbers that people don't get to,
Right?
but just to, like, for fan service, essentially.
There's still a chance, I mean, you know.
Mathematician fan service.
Mathematician fan service.
They can't
Gross.
possibly name every possible number yet, you know? There's still time.
It does sound like a lot of cookies.
How do I draw backgrounds
I don't know.
on things? Like,
You're asking the wrong person here. I take pictures of backgrounds. Do you want a picture to put a background on?
no, I need
Okay.
to draw it because it's for my portfolio.
Well, you can trace the picture outline and then put in the colors that you needed and the textures, right?
Yeah, I mean, really, all I want to do is just put like I have a floor and then a texture on the background just to give it some depth. But I really don't need much more than that. But I'm trying to figure out how to do that and not have it feel really flat still, you know?
I gotcha. Got hit, and now I'm mad. Probably a half a heart, but I'm pissy about it.
God, these poor Gorons.
Oh my god, you guys. I accidentally ran a red light today. It's the first time I've done that in a really long time.
Oh no.
But I did it like right beside the police department.
Oh my god.
And so I was like, God, this is it, right? This is it. Pirate's just gonna pull me over. They did not. They did not do that, because what I did was I pulled over. Bless you. I pulled over in the middle of the road, like in the median, and pretended like I was sneezing in my car, and the cop car passed me. I was like, oh my god, I can bend reality. Mark was right.
You get away with some of the craziest shit.
Have you ever been pulled over, and if you have, how many times?
Oh, okay. let's have this conversation. 2 days, no, the day after I got engaged, I got pulled over. And Mark proposed with my... What you mean so many? I've been pulled over like 3 times in my life, mother.
Oh my
How
God.
many times have you been pulled over, Judy? That's the best response. Okay, so Mark proposed with my mom's ruby ring, like the Goron ruby, because the blue sapphire ring that I have on was not here yet. Because he had it custom made from Etsy. Okay. So we got pulled over because we were missing a headlight going through like notoriously bad part of yes ma'am. Going through a notoriously bad part, like cop-wise, of town. And they were doing random spot checks. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, because we had just gotten done playing D&D.
Yep.
And when I got pulled over, I couldn't stop talking about the fact that I had just gotten engaged. And then when he asked me what we were doing, I was like, sir, we were playing D&D. And he was like, what? And I was like, Dungeons and Dragons. And he was like, and who's this in the car with you? And I was like, this is my D&D. Like, I gave him the whole story about the ruby and like the sapphire not coming in. But isn't that so amazing? And like, he was just like, ma'am, have a good night. And he handed me my license back.
You just nerd out at the cops. Eventually, they'll leave you alone, I guess.
It was fucking impeccable. Like, I was sitting there like, all right, be cool. We have nothing to hide. Fucking, normal cop. I've been pulled so many fucking times. I grew up in a neighborhood that was like famous for being a speed trap. So like, everyone's been pulled twice. You know what I mean? And just to see like, I normally put on like my cop voice and I'm super nice and polite and everything. And Brandon's just like talking about the ring and being engaged. And like the cop is like, not quite, but like the cop is struggling to get a word in edgewise a little bit because he asks a question and like doesn't really want a lengthy response. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, she is killing this right now. She is like slaying this cop interaction. This is the best cop interaction I've ever seen, let alone been a part of. Like, there was no room to think about anything we were doing wrong. It was all about D&D and getting engaged and stuff. Like, she rocked it. It was so cool.
It was
Apologies, friends. I will be right back. I got a phone call that I gotta go deal with, so I will be right back.
All right. Yeah, Zubat is an aide to the president, so
yeah,
she has to go take those calls every now and then.
indeed. So funny.
I'm laughing at don't throw my name at me.
I know. I said my beat.
Yeah, what's your beat on? It's your mom.
I know.
I'm just kidding. You're good.
Morgan's gonna watch this and be like, what'd you call her? He gets so mad. He gets so freaking
He
mad.
does not let that go.
Like, you're a 90-pound dog. You can't take care of this fly? Yeah, you see it? He does. I didn't say the whole name, I feel like. That would have been worse. Doxing you with your entire name. I'm gonna use this paddle. Oh wait, no, I forgot we leveled up the tree branch. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that you can use silly weapons.
That's pretty much the best.
You want to show Gigi all the silly weapons you have real quick?
Oh, I do have lots of silly weapons, Gigi.
This is like a new game, and we already have a lot of silly weapons. They're only gonna get sillier.
That's correct. So, currently, I have a tree branch. I also have soup ladle. This is my lucky ladle. I have a wooden sword, training sword, a boat oar, and a wooden mop. You know. You know how we do. Where am I going? What am I doing? Fish out of water. Yeah. A whole boat oar. Ugh. Here with a boat oar. That's exactly it.
That's a whooping right there.
Right?
Boat oar?
The entirety of an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. I have to look at my phone.
I love you too.
I love you. I love you. Sorry. Excuse me. Ooh, do it. That sounds like fun. Ooh, it makes a different noise, Mark.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And the shield is unique for those weapons too.
I believe so, yeah. Good night, Mom. I love you.
Thank you for joining us.
Sleep so good. Get all the rest. Rest all the hours. Ooh, and y'all have fun tomorrow. Thank you, Mama. Do you think that, like, the second Breath of the Wild is still gonna have people in the kingdoms? Like, do you think there will be?
The assumption that we are in ancient Hyrule.
I think there will be
Like-
back and forth, but
That's
Thank
true.
you.
Yeah, we could do. Oh yeah, we could do back and forth. That would be cool. Because you have like an entirely new map. Because Link is flying through the sky and going through, solid rock and stuff.
right.
But then, like, with that talus, the talus that's, like, being ridden or, like, mounted by the goblins,
Oh yeah.
that looks like, you would just stumble upon that. I can see dueling peaks in the background. That's just, like, normal,
Hyrule Field.
plains of Hyrule stuff.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
I definitely feel like the entire Breath of the Wild map will be explorable, which is really cool.
You don't think they're
I think
gonna
we'll-
like? Ooh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
You don't think they're gonna like limit that?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. Because it might be wasteful of resources to give you an entire map that has the same stuff in it. But I honestly think it'll be back in time, so it'll be like the same exact map, but like it's wildly different. Like even some of the geology is different because that's so long ago.
Okay.
So it's like familiar, but they've had to rewrite it, so it feels familiar, but it doesn't feel copy pasted.
Yeah. If it's 10,000 years ago that we're going back to, like, what are we gonna do without Robbie and Pura? You think there's gonna be, like, time shift stones again?
I don't know. Breath of the Wild definitely seemed to not touch time travel. They were all over, like, things passing through time, but only forward,
Yeah.
Like, Link and the Master Sword took 100 years to heal, and certain things were, like, preserved. Zelda held out for 100 years, like, as she is,
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're going to do backwards time travel or not. I'd be satisfied if they were just like telling the story of the first hero, the first time that
You're okay,
Calamity
Zubat.
rose.
It's okay. That would be nice to hear.
I'm pretty much like gone way off. This is my wish list for Breath of the Wild 2, but that would be cool.
Oh shit. Oh. Oops.
Calamity. Is that game running a little bit better now that it's just single player?
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah,
This
the
game's a train wreck, dude.
That was the one game that we were like, yep, the Switch is not strong enough. Like, it needs to be stronger.
It's insane.
I have some gaming news.
What's that?
It's really far off kind of stuff.
I like far off stuff.
They are hiring, NVIDIA is hiring people for the next generation of Switch console.
Really?
So since NVIDIA, yeah. NVIDIA makes, graphics cards, and more specifically, they make the processors and the graphics cards that go in the Switch. They make a lot of good phone and tablet processors.
Mm-hmm.
So since that company and that team is making the Switch hardware, they're like, hey, let's go ahead and hire people because we know we're going to want new Switch hardware, and we're going to go ahead and get some good engineers on board to help design it and stuff. So,
well, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's good news. I mean, it's like, hey, we'll eventually get something new. They're having a hard time topping the Switch. They're like, they don't know what to add. They don't know what consumers want now versus 5 years ago. It's like all these consoles are like, why do I upgrade? Like, why do I need a PS5? Exactly. Just used to be every console was like, oh, you can't play the new Halo unless you have an Xbox One,
Yeah.
That's how they got you.
I see what you're saying.
But yeah, now it's like, oh, it's crisper, and I'm like, that's $500 though, man. Like, my crispiness is fine for $500.
So my crispiness is fine. Lord have mercy. Why can't my current weapon be brought into battle? The Vote War is a two-handed weapon. That's my bad. Let me get this wooden mop. Yeah, clean some floors. Yeah.
And the janitor cleaning up Hyrule.
Perfect. It'll make this warmer. Nope, that's brighter.
Has there been a Zelda
Lord.
game that did... What?
That's dreidel.
Oh, Dr. Dreidel.
It does tie everything together. Too bad you don't know how to play it. I fucking
It
said
lasted
it.
longer than I did.
That's fair. I swear you do that shit on purpose though, because you hate play Monopoly.
I honestly don't do it on purpose.
Well, that's good to know.
I try to win like every other board game. I just try to win, and I'm bad at it.
Oh my god. Yeah, get him with that broom. That mop. Yes.
It was close. I
It
would want to
was.
bet if there were 4 players, you two would still be the last
I
2.
love Flux. Which one are you playing? Are you playing OG or are you playing like one of the little
Oh hell yeah!
spin-off Fluxes?
They're all good. We got like the Star Trek themed one. I think it was
OG
just
is the
Base
best.
Flux. Yeah, OG is real good.
Oh my god. Sirs. I had to put it up. Ah. 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 Sir, could you get where I could throw a bomb at you and crack the skull? I gotcha. It's really good. And there are so many iterations of it that it makes it more fun. How's he gonna do that right after I fucking threw that fucking bomb? Ugh. Oh shit! Yo, I like that.
It's weird. It's one of those games that's like awkward as hell while you're learning it, but once you got it down, you'll be flying through it. You'll be flying through it like poker.
Did you playing that shit without us? You playing Overcooked without us?
Oh hell yeah!
I'm
If
not
you didn't do
too
it, man,
bad.
you gotta catch up.
Yeah,
Don't disparage people
There's
playing
like-
without us because everybody else needs to learn up.
they do need to learn up.
We've played that shit so much.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's basically how you're supposed to play the game, right?
I've like learned more golden insults just for that game too.
Yeah. That's definitely how you're supposed to play that. Ooh, that's fun.
Okay, so yeah, spear type combos. Is
Yeah,
that
you
still
can
the
like
two-hander?
duo. Yeah, the boat oar is a two-handed weapon, not a spear
Gotcha.
like I thought it was.
Gotcha.
Hello, friends. I am free.
Hello, beautiful.
Welcome back.
Sorry,
No, it's fine.
we pimped the channel a little bit. The D&D actual play channel that I'm a part of, Adventures in Green and Garb.
Yes, please plug that. Like, please put a link down there so people can follow your D&D channel.
I will do that. We just got a brand new audio setup. Full XLR mics, full soundboard, full everything. We rigged it all up and built like a PVC frame that all the mics hang on.
Gorgeous.
But I think we're having some issues with the PC that runs OBS for when we record. Because we have 3 4K cameras now. They're 4K like Brio webcams for each side of the table in the DM, so everything looks great and it sounds great, but the computer's like, oh my god, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because like apparently they were testing it and it's like, oh yeah, it runs fine, but then as soon as they opened Google Chrome to use Roll20, it was like, oh.
Oh yeah.
So might have to make an upgrade to that PC at some point. They're hoping that it's just like a straight desync and not like a progressive or exponential desync for the audio, because it's like the video's working fine, but the audio is like 4 seconds behind or something like that. If it stays 4 seconds for the whole video, it's pretty easy to fix in post, but...
Oh, I've had that problem, and changing the file format of how you save it can sometimes fix that.
Interesting. I'll have to bring that up to them maybe next time.
We save ours as a MKV, which is a weird video format, but I think they developed it with streaming in mind, in recording like from your computer, because for whatever reason it has it always like corrects its own lag and stuff.
That's interesting.
It's annoying because you have to convert it into MP4 after that, but it's like, you know, run a converter. It's not terrible. It takes a minute, but
Right.
Yeah, that was the concern mainly for just because it's a one-man editing crew. David, who's one of our DMs, he also edits all the videos.
that's
and
really cumbersome.
Yeah, so that's why we were just recording straight to MP4, was so he didn't have to do that. He could just put it straight in Premiere and edit. But might have to be a thing that happens.
Well, yeah, if you guys get into it, feel free to call me, or we can discuss off stream. Like, you know, I don't want to give too much unsolicited advice, but if you run into stuff, let me know, because I was trying to fix that up on our stream for a long time, and worked through a variety of problems.
No, it's good to know, because my friend Nick, who basically was like the person who helped us pick out all of the gear and actually hook it all up and tell us how to use it, he is very, very knowledgeable in AV tech because he is an AV technician.
Cool.
But he is not familiar with OBS, so it'd be good to have somebody else, because like obviously I've done my fair share of OBS stuff, but OBS is a fickle beast, and she has made me want to break things many times.
Oh yeah.
Like, your favorite thing is when you open up OBS an hour before a stream and every single one of your overlays has been destroyed because
my favorite
updated and your computer updated.
My fucking favorite.
Yeah, that I don't remember when that happened. That was like in like my peak stream time, when I was streaming 4 days a week for 6 hours at a time.
Wow.
How did we ever do that? Like, how?
It was like mid-pandemic, so it was
Yeah.
easier then. Now I have like things to do outside of my house again, and and so it's a lot harder to keep up with it, you know.
I'll agree.
Yes. Well, I'm sure they're lucky to have you.
They are.
It's a lot of fun, honestly. I love role playing. That could be taken out of context in the wrong way, but you understand what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
I love the D. And D.
Like,
The D and the D.
role playing and improvising, like, it's such a creative and like fun, creative outlet that you really don't get out of a lot of stuff. You know, it's easy to like fire up a video game, but you don't get to express yourself a lot when you play a video game. You know?
Yeah, it's just completely different. Like, it's all the things I love about video games a lot of the times, but with unlimited freedom, you know? Like,
That's how I got it too. The walls,
still
you know. Yeah.
but the way you can, like, you're not locked into like, okay, it's a game where you get to choose your decisions, and it's like, all right, but you're giving me two options, like,
Yeah.
so.
Also, if
'cause
you're
I
playing
wouldn't
with a
say
DM,
either of these things.
if you're playing with a DM that only gives you two decisions, that's incorrect. There's always another decision, another choice, another opportunity. Like,
Yeah, that's just honestly like that's why like D&D has something that like traditional like video games just I don't know if they'll ever be able to get there.
yeah,
And I know it's like you got tabletop sim, which like facilitates that. So maybe there'll be more better tabletop simulators as time goes on, and you know, stuff like Roll20. If that's only going to get better and better, then eventually there'll be a midway point, a breaking point where the video games and the role playing games are like merging. You know?
Yeah, but it's interesting because it's like, you know, with like a video game, like with, you know, to play the talk about the game that Ren is playing, Age of Calamity. You know, that game is an experience that's centered in that game, whereas Roll20 and like Tailspire, which looks super cool, those are all vessels for a traditional tabletop game that is not a video game, which is so, yeah, it's like it gamifies the game.
yeah.
All right, the red string's coming out.
I know.
Is it?
No, I was talking about all this,
Okay.
like, trying to link all of these different, like, it's a game within a game, within a game.
About a game.
I know. We stumbled into a heady discussion about game design like so fast.
Okay, but
It was accidental.
to bring it back to this game, I do need to point out that earlier Monk said that in the preview for Breath of the Wild 2 that we got, where the Talus is on the back,
Yes,
Or
the
the-
stone phallus.
yeah, the stone phallus with the bokoblins acting as its warts on its back. So he said he saw dueling peaks in the background.
Yeah, it looked like you were straight up on one of the planes.
But he's in the different
Exactly
outfit.
where. Oh, is Link in the new outfit there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So
Yeah, there's got to be some time fuckery in this one. Like, that's
Time
just the
fuckery.
only way my brain can see it going.
do you think it's time shift stones? Because like 10,000 years ago, Robbie and Puro wouldn't have been alive.
I feel like maybe it'll be them discovering that technology that's in Skyward Sword. Yeah, the
Time shift stones.
stones, and being like, oh, these are cool, and then you start using them and
Break something.
get to go back and forth.
My time
Because if
limit
it's the time
expired,
shift
sounds
stones, then they
fucking
could make it a
rad.
way of like maybe it's like portals that go to the past instead of just being like the little radius things like in Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I wonder if it's just gonna be like the whole map twice.
See,
where
I asked
everything's
Mark
different.
that. If it was just gonna be the same thing,
Like,
or if they were gonna expand it.
I have the same inclination to believe that we're gonna be running around like the Great Plateau, but a different version of it where it's been like reworked in a new ecology and like stuff and geology, you know?
yeah, I feel like it, and the thing that I'm thinking it's gonna be like is where you're gonna have like the same world, but when you travel back and forth, it's just like a reskinned, like, this is what it used to be thing, and just gives you, like, basically you just have two Hyrule maps.
I gotcha. Like, kind of like Skyward Sword, but you're actually traveling.
Yeah. More like Ocarina.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm
Or a Link to the
picturing.
Past.
Which would be sick, like classic
Or yeah, Link to the Past, absolutely.
yeah, classic Link to the Past RPG shit. It's so much fun to do puzzles that way because you're like, God, I can't go any further, and you're like, oh wait, let me go into the future and then try.
Yeah, exactly. It's I love just because I played Ocarina of Time Randomizer for a little while. I'm just like so familiar with that game.
They need to do
But
that.
yeah, I love that.
Maggie, you being a bit extra. Well,
What'd you
you
say?
had Maggie's being a little bit extra tonight. I know that is shocking for everybody. You had talked about us doing the multiplayer one, and still. Now
I
we
would
haven't
love
done
that because there's a mod for it on those things that run the games on your computer that I'm
Yeah.
not allowed to talk about.
Right. It rhymes with shmimulators.
Are you talking about the birds, the emus?
Yeah, I don't give a shit
Yeah,
anymore.
there's-
If they take money away from a charity channel, that's on them, and I will make a public post. Said it before, and I'll say it again. Like, that's fucked.
I'm not on my channel where I'm trying to make money.
That's true. Not that we're not trying to make money, we're playing for bit by bit. Just so y'all know. It's a charity that helps people that are differently abled get equipment into children's hospitals and whatnot. Play some video games. Which is
Feel
pretty
like
cool.
Segue into your charity.
Look, I'm gonna take every opportunity to segue into my charity.
No,
Yo,
it was smooth,
what
it
is
worked out
wrong
well.
with me? I keep
Almost like
fucking
it was
this up.
scripted.
If only.
The chat will never know if it was scripted or not.
God, if only.
I think Jack could tell.
Honestly,
They're not that
honestly.
They're a little dumb.
Can you just get the fly? There.
Back to Ocarina of Time Randomizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a multiplayer?
Yeah, so there's a mod for one of the emulators that lets you play the randomizer in the same world, so you can see each other, but I don't know if they've worked in like the actual like collision stuff yet to where you're actual objects in each other's worlds. What it really does more is like lay both of your maps on top of each other, and so you can see each other. But as you get items, both of you get them. So you can split into different directions and explore different places, or go together and like tag team a dungeon and get it done twice as fast.
That's cool. And honestly,
Yeah,
you don't really need a lot of collision for that, because even though you could be like, you know, in each other's square, like swinging the sword, and you maybe would want to fix that. It's like, it's not really taken away from that gameplay, you know?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I haven't played Randomizer in a while though.
You're played a lot of those. They're pretty intimidating for me. Just to like, I'm like, I don't know if I know this game well enough to randomize this shit.
I can do it with a Link to the Past for sure.
But even that was hard.
I don't ever want to play rando Majoras.
Oh my god, Majora's already rando.
Because I've looked it up. Like, I've watched a playthrough of it, and I'm like, this is 15 times more complicated than Ocarina of Time Randomizer. And that's still pretty complex, because you got to know that game like the back of your hand. I do at this point. But yeah, there's a lot of wacky shit, like game breaks and sequence breaks and stuff like that you can do that I don't even know probably like an eighth of. There's just too many.
I can just imagine. I know some of the quests are so complicated normally, like.
They do have a lot of fixes for like stuff that is really annoying and obnoxious, and honestly that's why it's hard for me to play the OG game now, because there's a lot of like quality of life fixes that they've done for the game. You can press up on the D-pad to get your ocarina out whenever or to put on your iron boots whenever you want.
Gorgeous.
And then the ocarina is hotkeyed as well, so you just have to press that, and then it opens the ocarina whenever you want. Yeah, there's just a lot of that kind of stuff, and like skips that you can turn on where it's like, you don't have to do this one quest that is literally just you walking to this person, talking to them, walking all the way across the map, talking to someone else, and then you can go back. It's just a
Classic Zelda.
Yeah.
Especially classic Zelda.
Yeah. Let's see how familiar you are with every NPC in the game.
Talk to everybody? Do you remember what they said?
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah.
Pokemon used to do that really bad too.
Yes, yeah, Red and Blue were famous for that for sure. Which is like, was it a easy tactic to like extend gameplay, you know, just to like make it hard to find the right person, like make the information like relatively obscure. I don't know. It felt very rewarding when you did find it, though. You know,
that's true.
It felt like you were uncovering like mysteries in the world.
Right, especially before the internet, before you could just look it up.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the Prima guides were so popular. The strategy guides, like.
I still have a couple of my old ones. I had Yellow. I have Ocarina of Time and Majora's, but they're just like they're in folders now.
Oh damn!
They've just like fallen apart so bad.
Can you imagine a strategy guide for like Assassin's Creed or like Call of Duty or something?
No.
It just doesn't even make sense. You're just walking through those games, playing them, you know? Like, you don't need to figure out exactly where to go, what to do. Like, you don't need to do the dungeon in a certain order, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, back then, those games were hard. They wanted you to fail and figure it out, and strategy guides were just like, boom. Here's your way through.
Yeah, and the perfect world is a nice balance of, like, you know, in a lot of games, like indie games are really starting to do this now, is like accessibility controls that change the difficulty and the way the controllers handle.
So
like,
good.
All of that kind of stuff is amazing, because it's like, okay, well, it can be hard if I want it to be hard, but if I don't want that, or it's too hard for me, I can make it so that I can at least play the game, you know?
I agree. That's great. I want to see more of that. Like, Skatebird was real big on that. Or not Skatebird. Was it Skatebird?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Skatebird did it.
Skatebird
Okay,
did
you
that.
like super
Trigger
simple
Witch
or...
has done
Yeah.
it. Oh, what was the other one?
I want to see some more AAA titles doing that, you know?
And they're starting to. I mean, like, what...
I feel like Kirby
the
did.
most recent Assassin's Creed had a disgusting amount of accessibility controls for difficulty, where
Really?
like you could change the difficulty of like you could turn the navigation difficulty all the way off but leave the combat all the way up, and
cool.
like you can change all of that stuff individually however you want to tailor the game to your experience, which that kind of stuff for open worlds is amazing.
Yeah. That's awesome. Giving the user more preferences, always good. And it's especially useful just so you can include more players, Like, little kids need, less difficulty, and but what if you're 13, you're a pretty good gamer, but you get halfway through and you find it frustrating, So.
Alright, look,
Yeah,
I think I'm switching to Minecraft.
Helps with. Do what?
I think I'm switching to Minecraft.
Dude, I have
this
some
game is
good ass shit
way...
going on in Minecraft world right now.
This game is way more fun with you. Now that I've
Yeah.
picked it apart. It was nice to play it though. It's a nice calming game.
While we have Zubat here, is there anything like Zelda you want to discuss?
Oh man.
I know that we touched on news in that there's not a lot of news, and we
A new update.
Did you talk about the
Minecraft got an update.
Did you talk about the? I almost said Darunia.
I
Did you
mean-
talk about the Daruk voice actor stuff. I know that was a little while ago.
What was that? Remind me.
Ren sent it to me. It was he was interviewed
Oh,
and he said
oh!
something about voicing.
Yes.
Did you talk about that? I'll it's your channel. I'll let you talk about
I
it.
feel like I can't remember, but essentially the Daruk voice actor in an interview let slip that he is not just doing the voice of Daruk, but he's doing one of Daruk's ancestors.
Right.
Which makes sense because if we're going to the past, someone would be there. But are we gonna get? There were no Gorons, except for the one present, inside of Skyward Sword. There was no super big colony of Gorons, They mention them, they talk about them, but instead we see the diggers. What are they called? Can't remember. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Monty Moles of of Hyrule, of Skyrule.
Skyrule.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Oh my god.
So I want to say, because of the bullshit that I found in the Hyrule Historia about the time shift stones, I want to say it's going to be Darunia. But that would mean that instead of just getting the one playthrough, with just going back 10,000 years, we go back and we play through different worlds every time. So
roguelike.
Yeah. Well, no, but
how do you mean?
we go back and we play through the Ocarina of Time to do something there. We go back and we play through the Skyward Sword to do something there. And that's what all those Sky Islands are.
So you think instead of it being okay, here's Hyrule now, here's the Hyrule map, or some variant of that 10,000 years ago, you think it's going to be it could be cool if it was time rifts.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like time rifts, like Doctor Who style, we have to go fix them, And
that would be nuts. If that's what that portal he was going into was.
Because it looks like they're doing it, but they're doing it half-assed. So let me pull this up. Fucking get out the red string.
The red string has begun. You did this, Mark.
So if we have the decline of the last hero in Hyrule, which is technically what we did, but then we stopped it by putting Link into the fucking nice bath, right? So if we have the decline of that, but we're going back to Skyrule, that would put us on the timeline of the Hero of Time, right? The adult era.
Yeah, the Twilight Princess timeline, the
Right.
one we thought it was.
Exactly. So, which makes sense with the symbol that I found on the back of the fucking...
Yes, that was crazy.
Yes. So, which I don't know that I've ever seen that there. And I have played the fuck out of that game, but whatever.
Could you imagine if they just added it recently as like a little Easter egg?
My nose will bleed.
No.
Do you hear me? My nose will fucking bleed.
I will say I am very, very excited by the prospect of them being like, we want to tell you a title.
There's a
but
lot
it's
to
gonna
Zelda.
give away what happens.
There's a lot.
That has made the waiting like so much more tittillating, you know?
Right? I
Like,
mean, but it means it's
I
gonna be
hear it.
even more worth it.
So like
Yeah.
if we warp to that era, if we're in that era and we warp, what's the only thing that people have warped with in the era of the Twilight? And that would be the Twilight gate,
Mirror.
right? The mirror. But I have like, that doesn't make sense to me with, say, the parts of Skyrule that we saw that were like, okay, this is going to, you know, when we're flying down, you can look and you can see everything from the Great Plateau, where you can see, like, literally from the mountains to, like, all the little landmarks that they included, including, like, Lon Lon Ranch and all of it. Like, all of it is there from every game. So why wouldn't we go through every game if that's every situation in a map? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, like when you say every game, I'm like, it's not. I don't know if they could handle every game.
No, but like a little bit from each timeline would make sense to me.
Oh,
that would
hopping
be
around.
interesting.
Oh yeah.
I kind of thought in my brain when you were leading up to this that you meant like we were gonna go through a straight line timeline from like Skyward to Breath of the Wild. But
I don't think so, because, like, that would put us... I don't know, I feel like that would be a long-ass game. However...
Well, yeah, I don't think it would be all of the... You know, I don't think it would be all of it, but kind of what my brain saw is, like, you would do some Skyward stuff, and then you jump forward a little bit and do some Ocarina and Majora and some Twilight Princess. Because, like,
Okay.
if this falls on that spot in the timeline, I think it's just a straight line through all of those.
I
I know
gotcha.
the Vati saga is in there too, but...
Well, see, and that's... Oh, shit. My controller's died. Hold up. Beja, can you bring me new controllers?
They finally kicked the bucket. They've been yelling at you for a minute.
I know. So the Vati era being in there is interesting as well, because, like, you would need Vati, but you would also need Agnem. You would also need Ganondorf, but you would need the Seal of the Seven Sages, but also the Six Sages from Ocarina of Time. So, like, it's very interesting to me to have all of those things be landmarked on the Breath of the Wild map, including Tingle. Like, so it would make sense to me if instead of this being the first game, it was last game on a timeline. And then also it would make sense to me if the if we bounce through the different, not necessarily timelines, but the different games on the era of the child, you know, or the era of Twilight. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. Crazy.
Husband to the rescue.
Husband to the rescue, indeed. Thank you, Beja.
Anytime.
Oops.
It's my goal to bring joy into your life.
Oh my god.
That was good.
Thanks.
10 out of 10.
I don't believe you, but thank you.
It got me. It was right up
That's
my
very
alley.
funny.
So
Yeah.
I was just the perfect audience for that. You employed a very
It's
good
like
writing
it's all
skill,
like
and
that.
that is just going for one specific person out there to find it funny.
Yes.
It's true.
And if you net more than one, you're all green. You're bonus.
Exactly.
It is.
George Carlin always said, "Never work harder for a joke than you need to. Fart joke works. Do a fart joke." Like.
It is really interesting to me that on top of having that little blurb about the time shift stones, and I don't know if I've discussed this with you yet, but in the book, in the Hyrule Historia book, there is a picture of one of the earlier time shift stone designs, and it looks exactly like the luminous stone from Ocarina, or from Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah,
That-
that's right. I
yeah.
remember looking at that.
Like, it looks exactly like it. So, I don't know.
There was something else that looked similar in there. What was it? Something from Twilight Princess.
Ooh,
Looked
I
like
don't
it
know,
was
but
in
I'm
there
going to
somewhere.
look.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember it was like, one of those like 2 a.m. nights when we were talking about this and getting into our real
Charlie
red
Day
string
mode.
mode.
Yeah.
I know there's the one spot that looks like the Mirror of Twilight was there in Breath of the Wild. And the Zonai.
The Zonai!
What even is the Zonai? No one
What
knows.
even?
I mean, at this point, I really just think they're the interlopers from Twilight Princess.
Okay, but
That's
the only part of that bothers me is that if they are the interlopers, why is this not Wolf Link?
why is this not what?
Wolf Link. Why do we never... Well, I guess you can get Wolf Link with the amiibo. So technically
see-
he exists in the... I don't
It's
know.
that plus the fact that like there's so much promo material that has specifically Wolf Link in it for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I
Like, they
forgot
did, like,
about
that
that. We
little
did
art
that.
series.
We did that Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's that. But then like that symbol that you found on the back of the Temple of Time is the Breath of the Wild symbol. Or not Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess symbol.
It's the Twilight Princess.
Version of the Triforce, I should say. Like that specific image is on a lot of stuff in Twilight Princess, and so that makes me think that that's the Twilight Princess Temple of Time, not the Ocarina of Time one. But it could be both. Who knows? Because the one from Twilight Princess is essentially the one from Ocarina, but a little different, I guess.
We have a sacred grove in Twilight Princess and also in Skyward Sword.
That's true.
So it's not like too far to think.
Those are also all games that have specifically Death Mountain in them. Because it
has to have Death Mountain.
But they're not always specifically Death Mountain.
I gotcha.
But you got that. Am I crazy? Is there an ice region in Skyward? I don't think there is.
No. No.
Because there isn't in Ocarina either.
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
I'm a buffoon.
You're not a buffoon.
Well, yeah, but isn't that only just like... I guess Zora's domain is frozen over.
That dungeon is awful.
But you don't like the ice dungeon? Come on now.
The
The
puzzles,
ice
the sliding the
cavern.
ice puzzle killed me.
Oh, I love those. They're so
The one
frustrating
in
and beautiful.
the like last one before you finish the ice dungeon in Twilight Princess, before you finish like the
Oh
house
my
dungeon,
god.
that one is so fucking hard.
It is
I remember
infuriating.
getting stuck on that for literally almost an hour and a half, if not 2 hours.
um,
Back in the day.
back in my day.
Was that 2007 or 6?
Ooh, don't ask me. I don't know off the top of my head. I know that's weird, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Twilight Princess?
GameCube era 2006?
Well, I thought it
Wait,
it was
no, it
it
was the
was
last
a,
one on the GameCube, which means it was the first one on the Wii. So it would have
yeah,
been
it double launched.
2007, 2008. 2007. Yeah, that seems right. I'm like going balls deep over here.
What'd you say?
I'm going balls deep over here, trying to find that Skyward Sword thing.
Gross.
Yeah. You
Little
did this.
bit.
You fucking did this. Just so
Yeah.
everyone's aware.
You're welcome, chat.
Fucking Charlie Dang over here like a motherfucker. We have played the Switch Sports. We didn't we haven't played it recently. I feel like I played it like day before yesterday. It's pretty good. I like the fact that you
picked it up
can
yet.
collect things. But I need some more games on it, I think. For me to
Yeah,
really enjoy it.
I didn't look a whole lot into it before I bought it. Or we bought it because I was like, yeah, Wii Sports, like the best game ever. Wii Sports, like I'm gonna buy this, you know.
When's the last time you played Wii Sports?
But then after getting Switch Sports and being like, there are 6 sports, like what? I wanted more right away.
Have you played Wii Sports recently?
I've not played
It's
Wii
pretty
Sports in many a year.
I played it. I streamed it at one point. I don't remember when that was. Maybe about a year ago.
Did you really?
Yeah, I streamed it for a second. I played it for maybe like 45 minutes and was done.
Yeah.
The only game that was really, really good in there, the only games I should say, were golf and bowling.
You're the bowling.
Baseball sucks.
I like the boxing a lot too, but it wasn't super realistic.
Okay, but
It
like
did
that
not
boxing.
feel anywhere near as good as it did when I was younger.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Mainly because ARMS exists, you know?
Yeah. Have you played much ARMS?
I only played the demo when it was available for Switch Online members for a little while. We got it for like, what, a week, 2 weeks, something like that.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
What'd you find?
Carved on the stake in the head of the imprisoned are the crests of Furore and the other 2 goddesses. They are modeled on crests that appear in earlier games. These crests are also associated with sages and different races and appear in all other games as well as this one.
Damn.
Yep. Yep. What was I looking for in Skyward Sword? Why am I here?
There you got it, straight from the horse's mouth.
Oh my god. What am I looking for? By the way, never look up the concept art for the milk bar in Skyward Sword. It is terrifying.
For the what?
Milk bar. It's unused. There isn't a milk bar there. Oh, I'm looking up to see if there's a fucking ice place in the sky rule. I feel like no. So we had the mountain,
Also-
we had the desert, we had the woods. The woods have the lake. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. The only place that was icy was the beginning of the forest temple in Skyward Sword.
Okay.
Okay.
Before you break the curse, that entire temple is iced. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's right.
Has Ganondorf been in any of the other timelines, or has he only been like the actual like human form of him? He's only been in the Ocarina Twilight Princess. No, Wind Waker.
Okay.
Because I know Ganon's in a bunch of them, but Ganondorf is not in as many as I would like.
So here's what happens. The Legend of the Goddesses and the Hero, which is Skyward Sword, Minish Cap, Four Swords, and Ocarina of Time. All of those have some iteration of Ganondorf, or King Ganon. So like one is like Demise, but as far as like Ganondorf goes, that would be the hero is triumphant timelines. So Ganondorf is executed as Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Four Swords Adventures, and then reincarnated, obviously. And then for the hero of the winds in A New World, that's when Ganondorf is resurrected at the beginning of that timeline. And then the Demon King Malladus is resurrected. So it's kind of a different iteration of it. So it's an entity more than it is a person. Does that make sense?
Well, the Malladus thing makes sense to me in the sense that, like, you know, this isn't Hyrule anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, the legend, like, the mythical name of this beast has probably changed over the generations.
Would you say it got washed away?
Ha 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 ha.
That's a terrible joke. Sorry.
Could you imagine, though, just
If
like,
you get it, you get it, and you're probably laughing or groaning right now. That's all I'm saying.
one or the other? Just thinking about the ending of Ocarina of Time, where it's like Zelda and Link run up to the king, and they're like, oh my god, we traveled in time, and I gotta tell you, that guy, you should execute him. Just kill him right now. And everybody's like, what are you talking about? Like, these children are like, no, you don't understand. I became an adult. Like,
Right?
What?
Like, how do you prove that?
Exactly. I mean, they believed them, which is a good thing.
I
They got
guess,
Zelda
man.
was there.
Yeah, Link would have just stared.
Link would never have been able to convince them.
Mm.
Cool.
I have read so much of this book, and I'm still finding bullshit. Did you know there's different Hylian text alphabets for each timeline?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
I did know that.
It's fucking crazy. That's
Because,
crazy to
like,
me.
I was trying to read one from a list that I had found, and it was the wrong one, and I was like, what?
You should have seen me whenever that first trailer got released, trying to decode that and trying to figure out which one it was. Lord have mercy. I had every book out. Mark was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I just gotta figure it out. Also, The mirror definitely looks like the earliest, like, warpy thing.
Warpy thing, official term.
In Skyward Sword, what's it called?
Yeah.
The Gate of
The
Time.
Gate of Time.
Yeah, the Gate of Time. So the Mirror of Time, is that what it's called?
Mirror of Twilight.
Twilight. ADHD. The Mirror of Twilight looks like the Gate of Time, or vice versa. So, like, technically, those could be related, and if that's the case, we might see Girahim again, and yes. Yes, Angry Tongue Daddy, yes. I'm here for it. We love Girahim. We love him. He never did anything wrong. He just loved too much. That's what I've decided.
Yeah, he's amazing. Honestly, Zant's great too. I love Zant.
Dude, Zant was so
such
good.
A fun, like, red herring, evil.
Yep. Mark, did you see that I put decorative plants beside everybody's doors?
Yes. That is amazing. I love it.
Did you set up your spot like in a little already established village?
So this is like our third or fourth base at this point.
We are
And
nomadic.
we're fixing up
We're playing
one.
a nomadic Minecraft run
Yeah.
where we'll have like a really sick base of like diamonds and enchanting table, and then we'll just fucking leave and abandon it all and go like 7,000 clicks away.
Except for
and
my
start a new
fishing
life.
rod. We don't leave our fishing rod anywhere. Cause it's a real good fishing rod.
They
Yeah.
turn into little time capsules. It's like,
That's
oh
right.
yeah, remember this?
They do.
Like we have I think 4 pretty solid bases that we've stopped at, and this is our 5th one. We found a really nice village. It's big and it spans across like a mountain, so a bunch of houses are like really disconnected, but they're really
Yeah.
high up and cool. So we're living here, fixing it up, lighting it up, trying to keep it safe, and we've been trading with villagers, kind of for the first time
Majora.
for us. And right now, I'm actually building the pathways because I found out that villagers move more if you put down dirt and then like you make it into a pathway. They want to like stay on those and they'll travel them. So I'm creating pathways for our villagers where they couldn't reach some like mountainy houses before. So now they're like walking
nice.
all over the village, and there would be like a little cow farm like all alone by itself because it just spawned in a weird area of the mountain. And now like people are tending the farm there and like yeah.
I forgot about that freaking magma block down there. Trying to ruin everybody.
Yeah.
Mark, can you check on Majora whenever you get a second?
Yeah.
Or just let them out. That way they can hang out with me.
You want them in the room with you?
Sure.
Okay.
I just want them to be happy, and they sound very unhappy. I hate that. Yeah. They are the loudest for the tiniest cat. So loud.
How many animals do you have now?
4. Not including myself, because I do make Mark feed and water me at least once a day. So. Yeah, we have 3 cats. And
2 that work.
yeah, 2 that work. Hey, come here. Sure. They don't wanna. See? This is why you're they.
Gotta do it for the camera.
Fucking up pronouns.
Oh, so small.
So small. Say hello. Hello, good day. Hi. What you doing? You want to hang out on the books? Nope. Bye.
Nope, bye.
They had like a very big jump. I think day before yesterday, and like I sucked in all the air in the room, and when he was like, "What's going on? What's wrong?" And I was just like, like,
Sweet.
nothing. I'm just panicking. It's fine. Your sister's a bitch. You're nibbling. Nibbling. That's what we're calling them.
Ren, to update you on Minecraft, for me, I've been pathing out this village, like I said.
Holy
But
cow.
if you walk the path, you should be able to do a loop around the village and reach every house. If you see a house that's like does not have a path going up to it, or does not have like, I want the paths to like go up to every door, you know.
Gotcha.
Um,
Hey, baby.
so if you see some disconnected area, let me know.
Will do.
Thank you. There's a couple places where there's like multiple routes, but just kind of where it makes sense. Like, cool. Hey,
There we go. Nope. That's the one.
I
Okay.
guess.
Sorry, y'all. I had no idea.
yeah, my thinking is, with all these houses connected, now we can make sure they all have beds, at least one bed, if not two, and then start putting more job site blocks up, get everybody a
Right.
job, and then we'll have all this path with like blank space in between where you can build more houses for more villagers.
I like that idea.
Yeah. So yeah, feel free to do any of that stuff, like trade some more,
Ow,
or
ow, ow.
build a house,
What's up, baby?
a little hut.
What's going on? Hey. Majora would like to speak to you.
Yeah. She asking for the manager.
They, in fact, are asking
Yeah,
for the
they're asking for the
manager.
manager.
They are done with mommy. Mommy is not paying them enough attention.
Cool.
Zubat, do you still play
Yeah.
Minecraft?
No. I have only played it in short bursts for long periods of time in those short bursts. Like, it's
Okay.
like I'll play it once every, like, year, maybe.
I
And
get
play
it.
it for like 12 hours in 2 days and then not pick it up for a long time. It's what I do with Animal Crossing too, honestly. Like when I get when I have an Animal Crossing hankering, I will play it like crazy and then I just drop it.
Yeah. That's about where I am with Animal Crossing too.
Sounds right to me.
I mean, it's just that point. Like the game has been out, you know, all the DLC and stuff like that is done.
All the
So it's just
the
kind of
free
like
DLC
all the
is
old
done.
ones. What?
All the free DLC is done. They made a point to say free DLC.
Oh, you think they're gonna do one more DLC?
We didn't get Digsby, so yeah. We also haven't seen Pete the Pelican. There's like a couple of characters that are in every game that we haven't seen. Mark, you don't come get your cat. They keep climbing up my fucking leg.
I'm coming.
Tiny, sharp razor claws.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah,
Ow.
yeah.
You're cute, but ow.
You're cute, but oh my god, why am I bleeding? Yeah.
Hey, Jorah.
What kind of texture pack do you have on?
The city texture pack. I like it a lot. I didn't think I was going to as much, but it's been real nice. Real nice. Yeah. Everything the light touches.
Hey there, Jorah.
Mark. I think we should build out to
Hello.
to this
He
tower
doesn't have
over
his
here.
headphones back on
he
yet.
doesn't, does he? Just kidding.
Now you're good.
Jorah in the Pokeball backpack in the chair next to me, so we can
Adorable.
look at each other and talk. But they can't run around the house.
And terrorize the other two cats and get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark, I think we should build out towards this area over here. Can you see that?
That way.
Also, why is there random fucking XP over here?
That's the
Skeleton was outside when the sun came up and got
Yeah.
wrecked.
That's the
Hair
direction
band.
of your fishing hole, right?
Yes. It does look that way, yes.
Girl, you about to die.
I'm fine. I'm right here beside the village. What are they gonna do? They'll be alright. Pop, pop, pop. Yep, thanks for the push. Oh shit. One wrong move and I actually will be dead. Just absolutely fucking dead. Alright, do I have any food on me? Cool.
Dude's just like, can I help you?
Let me know if this mad cat is picking up on the mic too much.
Again, it's our fault. We named it Majora. We named them Majora. Like, we had it coming.
Mark, the way you said that sounded like you were like coming out of the 90s. Like that belongs in some like boom bap 90s hip hop.
See,
Funny
when
story,
I hear
all my
Matt
dreams
Cat,
are boom bap 90s hip hop.
oh my god. Whenever I hear Mad Cat, it just reminds me of controllers. No,
I
nobody
thought it
had
was a
Mad
controller
Cat.
that time when I said it, honestly.
I think I pissed off an Ender. But I kind of did it on purpose so that way we could get Eye Ender. So, it's fine.
I tried to pick, I like all the buzzwords from like all the generations. So like, I love radical and
Okay.
I try to just pull like some 80s, some 90s, and just the word jive, like everything. I try to use them all frequently, but only the greatest hits, you know?
Okay.
Obviously, I can't like, I want to do all 80s or all 90s, and I can't do all of them all the time. I just try to do the greatest hits of all the generational catchphrases. So, all right, trill, radical.
Just all the things.
I looked up the origin of dingus the other day.
Oh my god, what?
Oh yeah, what is it?
I need to know.
It comes from Dutch, and it's basically like a word for give me that thingamajig over there.
Really?
Gotcha.
Yep. Yeah, and in modern, that's not how it's used in modern context.
No, it's like used as a slur for someone
no,
that's
it's just
dumb,
it's
right?
as according to Google.com the other day when I looked at it.
University. Google
yeah.
University.
Accredited research facility Google.com. It said that it's a term that's used with endearment to insult friends. So it's meant as a like kind
A jest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
I appreciate that we had that word on the tip of our tongue at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a kind jest, huh?
The jest.
I don't know, dude.
One of my playlists just popped up a song from the Skatebird soundtrack, so that's what I'm listening to now.
Skatebird.
Switching from the playlist.
Oh
just going
shit!
straight to the soundtrack.
Oh my god, dude. There's a phantom. I forgot to sleep.
Oh man, yeah, you gotta sleep.
Yeah, that phantom scared the fuck out of me just now. Like, not okay.
So you know how we left the prairie with like I had like 64 steaks on me?
Mm-hmm.
I just ate the last one.
Did you really?
Yep.
Damn, bro. We've made a pretty sustainable life, though.
Oh yeah, no, we got plenty of other stuff.
So that's
Matter
good.
of fact, I need to go tend to the crops. That's what I was doing before all this pathing stuff. I was just getting like more and more and more crops until I couldn't even control it myself.
I got you.
That's the only way to grow crops.
The only way. We have so many cats.
Yeah.
So
I saw
many
a
Minecraft
kitten
cats.
up in the village somewhere, so I don't know if they spawn naturally or what. But it was like
Did
a
you
different
get
color than your cats. Huh?
You didn't get it?
No, I didn't have any fish on me.
Where
I
was
busy
it?
doing construction.
Oh my god, I need
If
so
I
many
see
more
it again,
details.
I will let you know. Oh my god. If I see it again, I will let you know. I'm in that area.
Okay. Hey, the apartments look good. Looks like people are using them.
Yeah, your apartments are a hit. I think people moved in pretty quickly.
That's
Good
exciting.
job.
Thanks. That was like the cheapest and easiest way to do apartments, you know? Like
I
housing.
honestly, I'm in love with the concept of doing like shitty affordable housing in Minecraft.
Yeah,
Just
man.
because it's so relatable. Like it's way too realistic for this game, you know?
I thought
So
it'd
yeah,
be
I would
good.
love to do like a skyscraper of like shitty hovels.
Can I be in
but-
charge of it?
Yeah.
Because
hell,
we
you
have
could be the
so much
slumlord, like-
cobblestone right now.
Like every one of my houses in Terraria,
yeah, exactly.
I got
like
you.
housing the like 8 million NPCs.
But it's got to satisfy all the villager conditions in Minecraft, which is like, one of them is not being straight up in the air. Like they will never climb ladders. They don't even like to climb like the
Right.
dirt paths that are like steps.
Right.
Um,
So it would
So
have to
they're
have a
really
lobby,
flat.
is what you're saying.
you could do like, I was thinking like a shanty part of town where there's like shitty houses and it's like just not a lot of room, and you have to have a door and a bed, but like, you know, make them look crappy, and there's like holes in the walls and stuff.
Okay.
Good reference. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
We could do that.
I think that would be great.
We could do that.
You gotta do me a favor and put up a sign that says Sheep Hot Town.
Okay. But are we going to this mountain over here? Because I want to go to this
You
mountain.
could start building. Well, did you want to build that way, or you just want to explore?
I want to see what kind of resources are in the mountain.
Oh yeah, go
And
for
then
it.
I want to take it down.
You want to remove the mountain.
Yep. To be honest
Alright.
with you, I want to harvest the mountain.
As a white man, I gotta say that.
I want to
does tickle my
colonize
fancy.
the mountain.
Something far off and away that I want to make completely
Wow.
my own and ruin it for future generations. Please.
Is that all
Can I
that
sign up
Minecraft
twice?
is?
So, Zubat, when we first started playing Minecraft, because we were never like casual Minecraft players. We played for like a year once and then never again.
Yep.
We started playing again. I was like, that's the thing with Minecraft. You're kind of just colonizing everything. Like, you are like an alien in a world, and you take over everything. You recraft it, or you repurpose it to exactly what you want for your own purposes. You know.
White
Like,
People Simulator 2022.
Exactly.
Between
like
this and the
gentrification
cop
simulator.
discussion
Yeah.
earlier, I feel dirty. I feel dirty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like, it's fun and it feels okay because you're doing it by hand with a pickaxe and not like strip mining with, you know, a shell corporation and like a bunch of earth movers. You know what I mean?
Like a real man.
Oh my god.
Taking it down one block
Because
at a
it's
time.
not built for tough. And you're doing it with your own hands, so.
That's the feeling of the new Ford F-150.
Oh my god.
I got the Rick cookie advertisement thing, like that. Dude, I laughed at that so much. Rick and Morty. Like, it's the taste of true liberation. You know what I mean?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Home to Simple Ricks.
Yes. I could not stop laughing. That was so funny to me.
God, yeah, it's so good.
It's funny because that's what advertising companies are trying to do. They're trying to hack into your brain and like tickle your nostalgia and like tickle your emotions, you know? Like, ooh, if we can get a reaction out of people, like it'll sell more Oreos, you know? And
Sure.
yeah, so they're hijacking our psychology to get more profit. And like I always say, I'm always one step away from a rant about late stage capitalism.
That's true.
Only ever one step away. You think you're talking about Teletubbies? No. Okay.
No.
We're talking about
We're talking about the
talking
corporate
about-
capitalist machine.
We're talking about
The
Big Brother,
subliminal-
motherfuckers.
subliminal, subconscious takeover of all of our minds, one TV show at a time. Like, think you're watching Arthur? No, you're watching America in the 1980s. Like, I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
You know, but I like ever since I started watching football, I've been watching a lot more like and since we've got YouTube TV, I've been watching a lot more just like cable television, and the world of commercials is a very weird one.
Yeah.
It's
Terrifying.
yeah, it's hard to explain because like it's generally very sexist, generally very misogynist, sometimes a little racist. Not as much because they're like trying to like slap diversity and inclusion labels on everything and be like, look at how great of a corporation we are. Don't look at the other stuff, but look at this commercial. But like,
They have
it's just
small time frame to tell a story. They end up just like just vomiting references all over you, you know?
Yeah.
it's
just
also like
Quick as you can, get the message out, and it's just so crass sometimes.
it's so funny too, like, you know, to touch on I won't get into the nitty gritty of it, but just to touch on like the kind of verbiage that's in the like don't say gay style bills. It's so funny that they're like, oh, queerness, like any mention of queerness is sexuality, and it's like, have you ever watched a fucking commercial? Have
Right?
you ever watched one? Because it's literally just a bunch of straight people eye fucking each other half the time. Like, it's
Yeah.
insane
Have you
how
ever watched a
sexualized
sitcom?
the commercials are. What?
Have you ever watched a sitcom? Half
Yeah,
of that
exactly. I
shit
mean,
is
it's
people eye fucking each other. Like,
Yeah,
it's
sitcoms on it for enough seasons, like somebody's gonna fuck their own mother because like they're just running out of characters to fuck.
How I Fucked Your Mother.
how I
Yeah.
fucked your mother. Holy shit. That is the best.
Now with Hillary Duff.
Now with Hillary Duff. That's correct.
Now with 10% more Hillary Duff.
Oh my god.
I put some iron fencing around the lava, which feels honestly like really responsible of me.
I am very, very proud of you for doing that.
Thank you.
But also, I
Um,
am in a land far, far away.
I love playing with
I
you
was
because
prepared.
it's literally we're playing like OCD simulator and ADHD simulator at the same time. I'm
Yeah.
like I have one of every sheep of every color, and they're like arranged in a perfect grid stable, and
Okay.
like my inventory is perfectly laid out and labeled, and you're like, I'm 700 clicks away, like in a mountain. I just
Using
found a
doors
saddle,
as
and-
fuel.
and yeah, I just
Uh,
found a saddle and an enchanted fishing rod that says like the might of Zeus on it. I'm just like, holy shit, what the fuck? Like, wow.
that is kind of how our
Um,
games go, though.
But I love it though too because there's like this initial resistance for me to like leave our very established space that I've been attacking with my OCD for so long.
Right.
And I'm like, no, because if I know I'm old enough now that I know if I get out of my comfort zone, I will like begin having a new kind of fun. You know what I mean? The OCD, like sitting in your own home, like organizing everything, like that is a spiral. It's like pleasing for a while, but it's not fulfilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not forever. Like that should not be an end goal for anybody. That should be like it should always be like a side goal. But so yeah, getting out of the house and exploring a lot more and seeing new places, and then like taking the the home building and the farming like stuff that I love and trying to apply it to a nomadic adventure, a migratory adventure is so much fun because it's like a whole new twist on the OCD stuff I was doing before.
Yeah.
It's not repetitive. It's like not the same farm. I'm adjusting for all new conditions of a whole new world.
I gotcha.
Plus, it's nice because like Ren can go get supplies and bring them back to you and be like, "Here, make our base better," and
Yeah.
you're just like, "All right, cool."
That's
That is
exactly
true.
it, too.
That's
So, yeah,
what
yeah.
happens 9 times out of 10.
Ren will come back like, I got saddles now. I got iron. You need redstone. Like, I got you. I'm like, cool.
I killed a thing and I got a bow and it says plus something. Yay!
More often than not, I'm like, that's cool. Like, let's put it in a chest and we'll look at it later. And then down the road, I'm like, I just really need a bunch of bone meal, or like, I really need, a bunch of like feathers or something. I'll need something off the wall like that. And you'd be like, oh, there's in a chest like 2 months ago, we collected a shit ton of this. Here you go.
I love it.
Hell
It's
yeah.
the best, dude. I am in a place that will
This cat is
probably have
very
water.
angry
The world.
at me.
At the world.
It feels directed at me. They're saying my name a lot. So I can tell. It's getting really personal, actually.
Oh my god, dude. It does feel like that, though, with, like, new animals. You just get that feeling that they're like, fucking cussing you out the entire time. Like, 110%. That cat just said, fuck you, Mark. Like... So how's Green and Garb going? Are you still loving it?
Yeah, it's great.
Good.
Like I mentioned earlier, we just upgraded a whole bunch.
Fuck.
So we've got 3 4K cameras for every side of the table. We have a full mic rig with XLR dynamic microphones instead of the USBs we were using before.
Okay.
A full audio interface board, and like with full mixing capabilities. And now we're doing we're putting the battle maps onto the screen, so when we're doing combat, you can see the battle map while we're doing it.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Which most people don't do. I understand why, because it's hard, but also at the same time, it's like, why don't you?
Yeah, it's very
It's
satisfying.
not, yeah, it's not too hard. That's one of
I
those
say the why
game-changing
don't you
things.
more to the budgeted productions, you know?
Yeah.
Because at least
That's
for
true.
me, when I'm watching or listening to actual plays, combat can get kind of boring if I don't have a good theater of the mind description going on.
Yeah.
But with the map up, we don't have to do that as much. We can just let the map tell you what we're doing and describe how we're moving within the map instead of having to describe our environment the whole time. But yeah, so that's great. We're getting close to the end of this current season, quote unquote, of content.
Okay.
We have one more recording session in the game that I'm a part of.
Amazing.
And I think this is the last recording session, maybe one more after this for they're recording today. That's why I had to take that phone call earlier. For the other campaign. So that one's continuing. There's going to be a next season of that one, but the one that I'm in is ending. So like the actual ending of that one is coming up.
Gotcha.
And then we've got one secret one that I'm not allowed to talk about in the
Ooh.
works.
Can you give us a hint?
I'm so happy for you. You got new equipment and stuff. I mean, the actual play podcasts, like, they benefit so much from upgrades.
That's true.
I mean, now we can upload all of our stuff on Spotify and stuff like that as well because the audio is good enough. That's why we never did before, because our audio quality wasn't good enough for audio only. All of our costumes and makeup and green screens made up for the fact that the audio was rough. But now it sounds so much better.
That's huge. You really have a chance to grow now.
Yeah, we just hit 500 subscribers last week.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll try to spread you as much as we can.
Absolutely.
We're at 520 currently, which is exciting.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, help us get
Wait,
monetized
are
so
you...
we can keep making cool stuff.
You can do it, Maggie. You can do it. Sorry. Maggie was like, fuck.
I need to be involved in this now.
Right? Sometimes she's very aggressive. In a very cute way. But still aggressive. Yes. Come here, bitch. Let's go. Come on, Enderman. I pissed you off on purpose. Let's go. Hey, Enderman, don't give a fuck about me. No, thank you, skeleton. No thanks. Oh my god.
What happened?
Nothing. I'm just tired. Today, like, generally today, I'm just tired. Sometimes it happens like that. The lepsy is strong today.
I have a phantom chip. I dropped a piece. I don't know where it went.
This is why you need a dog. On top of many other reasons.
I mean, if Meg was in here, she'd eat it.
That's fair. Wow, that sounds really unhealthy, my guy. You might want to get your lungs checked.
Ah. Found it.
Proud of you.
Yay!
I did have a second when I was eating those chips, just like before I dropped that one, where I was like, oh my god, did I forget to mute? Because I'm chomping so hard right now. I was like, I'm so sorry, chat.
I haven't heard it at all, if that helps.
What'd you say?
I haven't heard it at all, if that helps.
Oh no, that's because I've been muting myself. I thought I didn't.
Our brother Sam will get on like mic with us to play games
Oh my god,
and
dude.
eat like the loudest snacks, like crunchy, crunchy, crunchy snacks.
I don't
Like
understand
trail
it.
mix or chips or Parmesan crisp or crackers, and it's just like the bag and the crunch is so loud, and just you can hear every munch like every
Metal
time.
chips.
We're like, dude, are you eating gravel right now? Like, what are you doing?
Legit.
Especially if you've got like the mic that like sits on your face like a gaming headset.
Yes.
Yes, and that's what he has.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about having like a freestanding mic is that I can kind of like step away from it a little bit and be a little bit quieter if I'm like munching on something. Although with chips and stuff, I definitely have to mute because chips are just so loud.
Yeah, I think he and like most people like me too have like cheaper gaming headsets, which have the cheapest microphones available, which are not directional at all. You could put them in the middle of a room and get like pick up like sounds from the
Everything.
entire room, like just the same, you know, like you're talking in it. And so yeah, they pick up background noise so bad. So yeah, you're getting every chip crunch like.
It's honestly
Villagers
impressive.
seem to be moving around a little bit more, so that's good.
Really?
I don't see them like really populating the other houses yet, but okay, there's a person up here.
That's good.
Some of the paths are like pretty far apart, so. Oh yeah, we need like beds, so start making some more beds.
I kind of abandoned
I think
it.
I'm just gonna
sorry.
build like little. Do what?
I kind of abandoned you. I'm sorry. I can come back.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
Tell us what you're doing right now.
I am currently I'm fixing to make a boat actually. So I can go on an adventure in the big blue wet thing. As Fozzie Bear would
Nice.
say. Sailing for adventure on the big blue wet thing.
That's awesome.
I don't have any coal on me though, so we're just gonna break down the house, take it with us, get some later, it'll be fine. Haha, maybe.
Sick.
Zubat, what are you doing? Oh. Is that Majora?
Yeah.
My goodness. The lungs on that one. At least we know they're healthy though. That is nice. We haven't had to worry about that at all.
Hey, Jorah.
Yes. Okay. Y'all, I just rode my boat on land. Just saying. It was really fun.
Sick.
So yeah, I'm just taking off. I don't have
Yeah,
anything
go
of
for it.
like super consequence on me, so except for
Cool.
my fishing pole, but I need that. You know.
Just find something cool and, I'll catch up eventually.
Sunflowers. Found some sunflowers.
Yay.
I don't know if that's cool enough for you, but I'm pretty happy with it. Not gonna lie.
We can feed that to our bees.
Oh, we can. I forgot about that. We did
Our
do like a
fledgling Bee
tremendous
population.
freaking bee thing this time.
I would love to have 1,000,000 bees.
Samesies. Lots of mountains, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots and lots and lots. But there's more prairies too. Ooh. Look at all
Yeah, the
that
biomes are a
coal.
lot bigger nowadays.
Yeah, I feel like they are.
Yeah. Which I like. I think you can adjust settings for that, where you can make smaller biomes or
Okay.
even bigger biomes, but yeah, like the default's much larger. I like it. It feels more realistic,
Yeah.
Not that like Minecraft was super realistic, but it's
I
just
think
cool.
it's
Like
hyper
the desert
realistic.
isn't super small, the forest isn't super small. Like,
Yeah.
damn, this forest goes for days.
There's so much coal. Very exciting.
I've returned. I was
Welcome back.
You
putting
have returned.
chicken nuggies in the oven.
Nuggies.
Hell yeah, get your snack on.
Chicken nuggies and potato rounds.
Yeah.
Yes, hell yes, dude. What? Sounds delicious.
I've also discovered that I've been living my life as just a painfully white person and have not spiced anything in my life up until like a year ago. So like,
What?
yeah, I just like didn't do anything to my food. I would just make it and eat it because like, it was fine. But I've realized that I needed to like start putting things on food so it actually tastes like really good.
What's your favorite spice
I'll
so
doctor
far?
up a frozen pizza real hard.
Cool.
Yay.
Good.
It's
that's
really
awesome.
just garlic powder, some garlic and herb seasoning, some chili powder, lots of chili powder, and then sometimes some extra shredded cheese to make it get a little bit extra cheesy.
Yeah,
But
that's cool.
it's just so much better.
Hell yeah.
I put garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper on pretty much anything I cook.
Yeah, I'm starting to get to that point too.
Yeah. You
Also,
just have like chicken. It just makes plain old chicken breast taste delicious.
yeah.
Same with chili powder now, honestly. I've become a big spice fan, which like I never liked spicy things my whole life, and I'm still kind of a wimp, but like I like it a lot more now.
Yeah, the seasoning of chili and like spiciness is way better than just a sauce a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's true.
If you ever Ren turned me on to tahini recently, which is a chili lime seasoning. It's really good.
It's delicious.
I feel like I've heard of tahini. I might have seen it when I was looking for some hot sauce the other day, because now I'm actually buying hot sauces, which I've never done before.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it probably is with hot sauce. We actually got it at Dollar Tree the first time, so it's around.
Yeah.
I've seen the name or heard the name. Like, it sounds familiar. I just don't know. I don't think I've
Also,
ever had it.
Grab you one because it's a really good sweet spicy.
it's true.
Shoot, I forgot to set a timer.
It feels really granular too, which I know sounds weird, but like it's
It's got like a
good.
grit to it, like a coarse salt.
Yes. Yeah. Not real gritty, but just like a little more. It's not fine, you know.
Hey, I mean,
it's good.
yeah. My roommate Snakes, he got one. I don't remember who it was, but somebody in his family got him the classic Hot Ones hot sauce for Christmas.
Oh my god.
Cute.
It's so good.
Really?
Like, it is amazing. And that was kind of what started me on the hot sauce gig, because like he had it and he was like, here, smell this. I smelled it and I was like, it smells really good. And I tried it and I was like, oh, this is actually great. And like, I'm not going to buy the Hot Ones hot sauce all that much because it's, it's a little bit more expensive because like it's good hot sauce. But
you also have to like plan for buying food, and that's just the whole thing. Like, it's just out of the store. It's a whole thing. I don't know.
yeah, because there's a have you heard of Jungle Gyms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like not far away. And I don't know if they have a lot of locations all over the place, but I know that they've got like they started here in Cincinnati. But they are an exotic food like store. They just I guess I should say world market. That's the proper way to say that. That's not the white people way to say it. It is a world market that has basically anything you could possibly imagine. And they have an entire like it's basically like the size of a like normal sized smoke shop, like a medium sized smoke shop. Probably a little closer to twice that, all hot sauces.
Dude.
Cool. Wow.
It's insane. Like they have a couple there that are so spicy you have to sign a waiver to buy them.
Wow.
Like,
those are nuts.
Oh my god. Speaking of Cincinnati, there's like there's a really good Hungarian market up there. It's not in Cincinnati, is it?
No,
I don't know.
in Columbus.
It's in Columbus.
They actually go.
Not bad.
They call it the Italian market, but it's got like a lot of different European ethnicities that have own their own shops.
If you get a chance to go there, definitely get yourself some Hungarian paprika, because I did not know what I was missing until I had that for the first time. And now every time they go up there, every time Mark's family goes up there, I'm like, word, let me get some of that Hungarian
I'm sure
paprika.
that Cincinnati has some cultural, some nice like
we've got a place called Findlay Market. Yeah, where they sell a decent amount of different cultural groceries, and it's a bunch of little tiny like boutique food stalls and stuff like that. And they've got like, different restaurants and stuff. Like, I got an egg roll once that had have you ever heard of Geta?
Yeah.
No.
You talking about like the
Mark?
It's kind of like grits.
It's a grain-based breakfast meat. It's very weird to describe it that way, but that's kind of what it is, because it's like they take like beef. I'm pretty sure it's beef, and here I'm just gonna look it up so I can actually describe this to you properly, because like it is a weird food that is very, very local. Like, you get 15-20 miles out of Cincinnati proper, you can't find it in stores anymore. Like, it's just here. But it's amazing. It's so good.
Ooh, iron.
Geta is a meat and grain sausage or mush of German inspiration that is popular in Metro Cincinnati. It is primarily composed of ground meat, pork, or sausage and beef, pinhead oats, and spices.
That sounds delicious. That is not what I was thinking of, but it
No,
sounds
it's
fantastic.
it's weird because it's like it literally has oats in it, so it's got like a bit of a crunchy texture to it because of that. But when you cook it really well, then the meat gets nice and like has like that little. You usually cook it in patties, so it'll get that little like layer of like tough on it, kind of like a good crispy burger. But it like melts in your mouth more than regular beef would.
That's cool.
When I come visit, I'll have to bring you a roll of it.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
that sounds at least a little familiar because Jamaican
that
beef
herb
patties have like some grains in them. I mean, it's like pretty much any like taco meat, ground beef like thing. A lot of times has some grain mixture in it just to like, so it's not so heavy.
All right, y'all.
You're not eating just straight ground meat. Yeah.
Say goodnight, because I'm going to get off stream.
Holla.
Holla. Oh, wait. Say it again, because I accidentally changed screens and forgot that you're silent.
No, don't say it. You had one chance.
I'm
No,
very
kidding.
tired. I love you
You
guys.
had one chance to hear me say goodnight, chat. Oh wait,
Go.
I said it again, didn't I?
Go be the
It
good in the
didn't count
world.
because you were just quoting yourself. You didn't actually wish anyone a good night.
Booty tootin'.
Good night. They can't see me because
funny.
I'm, it's like me making hand gestures in a podcast. Like it scans. I promise.
I'm gonna respond to Booty Tootin' real quick.
Stop.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Go be the good.
Good night.
We'll see you next week. I might be playing Beat Sabers next week. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Probably not well if it is Beat Saber. Let's be real. We will be streaming from a different location next week also, so times may be a little weird. I love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. My bad. Bye.
Bye.